Hey guys, this is a really awkward angle, but you are as tall as I can make you while in a public park. We are going to go to some free little libraries today. I'm gonna show you some of the books that I'm gonna drop off. I think I've showed all of these in like recent unhauls, but I'm gonna go through them anyway. We have His and Hers by Alice Feeney, 3 Holidays and a Wedding by Uzma Jaluadin and Marissa Stapley. I'm so sorry. The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. Before you freak out, I have 2 copies of this book, and this is the one that has like markings on it, so I'm gonna give that one away. And then The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken, because I think I read that when I was younger and I just didn't like it. So this is our stack to donate today. We'll see if we find anything good. Let's go. Okay, first little library had The Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark, and I've been kind of wanting to read it, so that was a great find. I left behind 3 Holidays and a Wedding as a trade. Maybe not an equal trade. Those are pretty different books, but I'm excited. Kind of got detoured in the observatory because we've actually never been here, which is interesting. It is Canada's, I think it is the country's largest optical telescope, whatever that means, but that's cool. We're a little bit lost, but so far we've only been to one free little library. I thought there was another one somewhere around here, but I think there's one more we're gonna pass on our way back. Second free library accomplished. There wasn't really anything in there that I wanted. A lot of them were pretty old, like trade paperbacks, but we left behind all our books because this one was huge. I weirdly felt kind of sad like leaving them behind, but hopefully someone else enjoys them.
3 days later.
It is day 2 of going to free little libraries because we only found 2 the other day. So I found a couple more on the freelittleLibraries.org website that are close-ish to us, but not close enough to walk. So I have 2 more books that I'm gonna donate. First one is None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. I just didn't really enjoy this, and hopefully someone else will enjoy it more. And the next one I've been toying with giving away for a while. That's Star-Crossed by Minnie Dark. I bought this over a year ago and it was like $6 on sale, and I thought the cover was pretty, but I just like don't really ever feel myself reaching for this, and it's kind of just taking up space on my TBR. So I'm gonna put this in a little library and hopefully someone else will actually want to read it. Not much in here that I'm interested in, but Angela is getting part 1 Under the Dome. We were like, wow, it looks small. It's part 1. I didn't even know that was an option.
This is definitely part 1 of like 16.
Yeah, for sure. That book is like thousands of pages. We went to a fourth free little library, but it's literally right against their house, so I felt really weird filming, so I didn't film anything. But it was a pretty small one. There wasn't any books that we were really interested in. We thought we saw The Song of Achilles, which would have been really cool, because I don't think I actually own that book, but it was not The Song of Achilles.
Yeah, it was just the same colors.
But we did drop off some books, and I got 1 book, and you got 1 book throughout these little library trips, which is good. If I have a house in the future, and that's an if, because housing market is insane, I really want to get a free little library. They're just so fun and so cute. It's such a cool idea.
3 days later.
Since we ended up only going to like 3 little libraries, or 4, but one of them you didn't get to see, I think we're gonna go to the library today too, the actual library. I need to renew my library card, and we'll look around at some books, see if there's anything interesting, and then probably go to a cafe and do some reading. So it'll just be like a little bookish video. and it's not going well. I've been reading this through the entirety of July. It's actually a problem. If 300 pages in, nothing has happened. That's fine. It's a few days later, and the only book that we ended up getting from the Free Little Libraries was The Brutal Prince, or just Brutal Prince, by Sophie Lark. If you've never heard of this, is a interconnected romance mafia series, I think. It's about the Griffins and the Gallows, who are battling for control of Chicago's underworld for generations. Their rivalry reignites when Ada, the youngest and wildest Gallows sibling, crashes a party at the Griffin mansion and accidentally sets it on fire. So to stave off a war, her father arranges a marriage with her and Calum Griffin, who's the eldest son of the Griffins, the Irish mafia. Are we following? And he's cold, ambitious, and brutal, and determined to tame his new bride. And she plans to poison him on their wedding night. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this. I have to be honest. I think I took a clip of it, but the person who put this in the little library left like warning notes basically. And this one says, "Warning, there's explicit pictures in here, so don't read this with your parents around, your book fairy godmother," which is really great. That's so funny. I love that. But I'm glad it was free because I'm intrigued by it, but I don't know how much I'm gonna like it. I think it's like a much lighter dark romance than a lot of dark romances, but like it's still kind of a dark romance where it's, you know, the mafia is involved. Other than that, I got rid of a good amount of my unhaul book pile, which was very helpful. In case you wanted an update on the Rule of the Aurora King, I think it's called. It's the second book in Child of the Sun Queen series, which I was reading at like the cafe in this video. 2 stars. Very disappointing actually, because I really thought this could be like a good fantasy series that I would really enjoy and read all of, and I think I'm gonna DNF the series after that book because nothing happened. Nothing happened. Like, it was almost 600 pages of like yearning, but like not even fun yearning, like annoying yearning. So not for me. I think the problem I have with a lot of fantasy series that start with trials in the first book is in the next book they don't know what to do when there's no trials. Like the world isn't there because the focus was all on the trials, and then you come into another book where you need like a new plot and there's just, it kind of falls flat, which sucks. Anyway, those are my thoughts on that, but intrigued by this book, and it was really fun to go to a bunch of little free libraries in my neighborhood. This is your sign to do it, to look for some. There's like a website I'll put in the description where you can find ones around you, although half the ones I found weren't registered on there, so you also, I think you'd kind of just have to walk around to find them sometimes. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can subscribe, like, comment down below. It would mean so much to me, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye.